These are some of the expressions and feelings you might have before you turn on the camera. How can I be more natural on camera so I don't have to do a million takes? Stay tuned to find out. In this video, you'll learn how to be more comfortable on camera so your viewers can just sit back, relax, and enjoy your message. We'll look at how to prepare before you go on camera. Your mindset, your posture, your voice, your delivery, etc. Subscribe and click the bell notification icon if you want to be notified about how to generate traffic, leads, and sales on autopilot from YouTube. How can you be more natural when you're just talking to a camera and not to a real person? Being in front of the camera can be intimidating at first, but with the right skills and practice, you're not only be more natural, but you'll be able to connect more deeply with your audience. It's not natural to talk to a camera. Therefore, you have to visualize that you're talking to just one person instead of millions of people. Imagine you're having a conversation with your best friend or your wife on the phone. When you imagine or visualize you're talking to your best friend or your wife on the phone, you'll be more relaxed. One way to overcome the fear of talking on camera and being more natural is to stick a picture of your wife or your best friend on the flip screen of your camera. Before you start filming, take a look at the picture and imagine you have a conversation with that person. Another mindset tip is to focus on your message instead of yourself. Don't worry about how you look or how you sound, because the viewer is more interested in the value of your content. Another mindset tip is to be relaxed. When you film, you don't want to be in a rushed state of mind or nervous because you come across as stressed and not relaxed. Your audience and viewers want you to relax so they can sit back, relax, and enjoy your content. Make sure you have plenty of time for filming and a dedicated space for filming. If you have a dedicated space, you don't have to set up a new backdrop, lights, etc. I usually film a test clip before I film the whole video so I can make sure that the lights, the mic, and the video quality is all correct. There's been many times where I've spent hours filming a video, then discovered later that I didn't have the mic turned on. Let me know in the comments below if you had any accidents while filming. Some things you can do to relax before you start filming is to do mouth exercises. You can also go for a walk outside. Go for a run, especially if you're feeling stressed, or a bicycle ride. Jump around a bit. Listen to your favorite song. Play the guitar. If you're filming standing up, you want to look directly into the camera lens, have your shoulders back and down. You definitely want to avoid looking at the flip screen because then you won't connect with your audience. Instead, look directly into the lens. When you're standing or filming, make sure your feet are about a hip apart and keep your knees bent. When you're sitting, don't lean back to be relaxed. Instead, lean forward a bit with chin up and shoulders back. If you're in a hunch position, it'll give the appearance that you're insecure. Another thing to keep in mind is to smile between each take. Before you film a clip, you can smile, hold it a few seconds, and then start talking. This helps keep your face more relaxed as you convey your content. At the end of your take, you should also pause. Do the same for all the different clips that you need to film. Typically, I'll film in sections so it'll be easier to edit afterwards. For example, if I make a mistake for a particular section, I can just go back to that particular section and edit out the mistake. Let's talk about voice. Whenever you speak on camera, keep in mind that the camera takes away some of your energy, so you want to raise your energy level. If you speak in a monotone or low energy like this, or look down at your notes, it's not going to be very interesting for your audience. Therefore, you want to make sure that you're smiling, raise your energy level, and you're enthusiastic about your topic. Another tip to make sure your voice comes across smoothly is to make sure you breathe between sentences. Typically, I'll memorize a sentence or two, take a deep breath, and then speak the content. This will help you to relax and avoid speaking too fast. If you're nervous, you also speak faster than you normally would when speaking with a friend. Another tip is to end your sentences on a low note. If you raise your voice in the final syllable, it'll come across as insecure. Instead, you want to end on a low note. I know it's going to take some practice, so just give it a shot next time you start filming. Another tip with your voice is to be confident in the topic that you're talking about. If you're not entirely familiar with your content, make sure you do the research beforehand so you can come across with great confidence. Oh, by the way, you should also stay hydrated because your mouth often gets dry as you're filming. When you frame yourself correctly, you want to appear clear, steady, and flattering. You want to appear as natural as possible to the other person watching you from the other side of the frame. You don't want to be too close like this or too far away like this. Instead, you just want to have the top part of yourself in the frame, like the head and shoulders. That's why I recommend filming a test shot of yourself before you film the whole video. When filming yourself, it's best to position yourself to one side of the frame rather than in the middle of the frame. When you move to the side of the frame, it allows you to place text on the other side. When you're doing a talking head video, I recommend changing positions once in a while. So I might start off on this side, and then when I do another take, I'll start off on the other side, like this. It just breaks up the monotony of doing a talking head video. You also want to make sure you have a little bit of space above your head in the frame. You don't want to have too much space above your head in the frame like this, or be too close to the camera and so your head is chopped off like this. If you happen to be interviewing someone while they're on camera, make sure you look at them while they're speaking, just like you would in a normal conversation. You can also do this with regular talking head videos, where most of the time you might be looking directly at the lens, but other times you might be looking away, pondering, just like you would in a regular conversation. Here are some best practices to be natural on camera when filming videos for YouTube. Number 1, write a script. This will help you to keep on track and mention all the points that you wish to cover. If I know the topic really well, I'll write down several bullet points so I can stay on track. Number 2, film in small sections. This will speed up your editing because it means you can just go back to that particular section and edit out the mistake. Number 3, avoid distractions. There's been many times where the phone has rung, I've got notifications on my phone or my computer, or my wife has walked in while I'm filming. Distractions interrupt the flow of the content that you're trying to convey. Usually I find that once I get into the groove of filming, it's easy to keep going. Therefore, sometimes I'll film multiple videos because I'm into the flow of things. Number 4, don't dwell on perfection. It's easy to obsess over every little mistake that you make while filming. The beauty of the editing process is that you can edit out all the mistakes. Number 5, intonate your voice. You want to appear enthusiastic about your topic. Therefore, you don't want to drone on in a monotone voice that looks like you're a robot. Number 6, practice, practice, practice. The more you film, the easier it will get to be more natural on camera. If you look at some of the first videos that I filmed for YouTube, it makes me cringe.
Hello, my name is Herman Drost. I'm the owner of the Marketing Tips newsletter.
But then if I look at the videos that I'm filming now, then I can see how far I've progressed over the years. Keep in mind that all the big YouTubers have been filming for years, so avoid comparing the beginning of your journey with where they are in their journey. Number 7, have fun. If you're not enjoying the process of creating videos for YouTube, it'll be easy to give up when you don't get many views and subscribers on your videos. Therefore, you need to stay motivated even when you want to give up. Watch the video on the screen right now on 7 ways to stay motivated while growing your YouTube channel. You'll be glad you did.